Welcome back to English Pronounce Pro. We promised hilarious English misunderstandings.
That's right, and we're ready for some laughs. English can be quite tricky sometimes.
Why do these funny situations even happen?
It's often due to subtle sound differences. Or maybe word choices.
Do you have a funny example to start us off?
Absolutely, I heard a story once. Someone asked for a bear instead of bear. They wanted a naked animal in their soup.
That sounds incredibly funny and confusing.
It certainly led to some bewildered looks.
So, mispronunciation caused that?
Yes, just a slight sound shift.
Is it common for people to make these errors?
Very common, especially for learners. But even native speakers sometimes trip up.
Is it just silly mistakes, though?
Not at all, they're great learning points. Embracing humor helps us remember.
So we learn from these blunders?
Exactly, every laugh teaches a lesson. We become more mindful of sounds.
That makes sense. We just discussed funny mishaps. But why is English so inherently tricky?
English has a very rich history. It borrows words from many languages.
Does that create inconsistencies?
Yes, it leads to irregular spellings. Also, many confusing pronunciation rules.
Are there specific examples of that?
Think of words like through and tough. They look similar but sound different.
That's true, their endings are unique.
Or words like read in past and present tenses. Same spelling, different sound.
It feels like there's no fixed rule.
English pronunciation often defies logic. It can be quite unpredictable.
Is English harder than other languages then?
All languages have their own challenges. But English has a unique set of quirks.
So learners shouldn't feel discouraged?
Never. It's part of the journey. Embrace the unpredictability, then.
We're exploring English's complexity. How important is pronunciation in all this?
Pronunciation is absolutely crucial. A small sound change alters everything.
Can you give me an example of that?
Think of sheep versus ship. They are very different things.
One is an animal, the other is a vessel.
Precisely, a vowel sound made all the difference.
So, a slight change completely shifts meaning?
Yes, it can lead to massive confusion. Especially in important conversations.
How much can one tiny sound matter?
It can change politeness levels. Or even create embarrassing situations.
So context is important too, I assume?
Absolutely, context helps clarify. But clear pronunciation reduces ambiguity.
What if someone just tries their best?
Effort is important, but accuracy helps. It ensures your message is clear.
So it matters enormously for understanding.
Indeed, it builds confidence for speakers and reduces misunderstandings significantly.
We just saw how crucial pronunciation is. Can you give more minimal pair examples?
Certainly, minimal pairs highlight differences. They are words differing by just one sound.
Like the sheep and ship example?
Exactly. Another one is pat and bat. One is a gentle touch, the other a flying mammal.
Only the initial consonant changes.
Yes, P versus B makes them distinct.
What about vowel sound differences?
Consider fill versus feel. One is to make full, the other is an emotion.
That's I versus E sound is important.
It's a very common point of confusion, especially for non-native speakers.
Are there pairs that involve internal sounds?
Yes, rich and ridge for instance. The CH versus DGE sound is key.
That's a subtle but distinct difference.
Learning these helps refine your speech. It builds precision in your articulation.
So practice with these pairs is beneficial?
Highly beneficial for improving clarity. They train your ear and your mouth muscles.
This helps avoid embarrassing mistakes.
It boosts overall speaking confidence.
We've seen minimal pairs. What about confusing vowel sounds specifically?
Vowel sounds are often very tricky. English has many more vowel sounds than letters.
So one letter can have multiple sounds?
Exactly. Think of a in cat, car, call. Each has a different vowel sound.
That's a lot of variation for one letter.
It can be incredibly confusing for learners, especially the short versus long vowels.
What's an example of a short versus long vowel?
The I in sit is short. The EE in seat is long.
Those sound very similar but distinct.
Another is U in cut versus O in coot. One is short and abrupt, the other extended.
Can these differences cause funny mix-ups?
Definitely. Imagine asking for a full pen instead of a full pen.
That would certainly raise some eyebrows.
Or confusing beach with something else. We'll talk more about that one later.
So paying attention to vowel length is key?
Crucial for both understanding and speaking. Practice listening for those subtle distinctions.
This improves our overall comprehension.
And helps you avoid common pronunciation pitfalls.
Beyond vowels, what about consonant swaps? Which consonants cause the most trouble?
Consonants can be equally problematic. The th sound is notoriously difficult.
Is that because it doesn't exist in many languages?
Precisely. Many replace it with f, d, or t. So thin might become fin or tin.
That changes the meaning entirely.
Indeed. I think becomes I think. It's a common, identifiable error.
What other consonants are difficult?
The V and W sounds are often confused. Some speakers swap them incorrectly.
So very could sound like worry?
Exactly. Or west might become vest. This can also lead to funny misunderstandings.
Any other tricky consonant pairs?
P and B can be confused sometimes. Also S and Z for some learners.
These small changes have a big impact.
They truly do. Practice making distinct sounds. It improves clarity in your speech.
So it's about muscle memory too.
Yes, training your mouth and tongue. It makes a huge difference over time.
We've covered tricky vowel and consonant sounds. What about silent letters? They surprise me.
Silent letters are a classic English quirk. They are written but not pronounced.
Like the K in the knife?
Perfect example. You don't say K-knife. It's just knife, with a silent K.
That seems counterintuitive for learners.
It really is. Many languages pronounce every letter. English doesn't always follow that rule.
Are there other common silent letters?
Yes, the B in doubt or thumb. You don't hear the B sound at all.
What about words with a silent W?
Think of answer or right. The W is there but unheard.
And the H in ghost or honest?
Excellent examples of silent H. The pronunciation starts with the next sound.
How do you learn these irregular spellings?
Exposure and practice are key. There are some patterns, but many exceptions.
So, listening carefully helps a lot.
Yes, and checking dictionaries for pronunciation. Don't be afraid to look it up.
Silent letters make English even harder. What about stress and intonation errors?
Stress and intonation are super important. They can completely change a word's meaning.
How does stress affect meaning?
Consider the word present. If you stress the first syllable, present, it means a gift or the current time.
And if you stress the second syllable?
If you say present, it's a verb, meaning to give or introduce something.
That's a huge difference from just a syllable shift.
It's a very common pair in English. Many words have noun-verb stress shifts.
What about intonation, rising or falling tones?
Intonation signals questions or statements. A rising tone often means a question.
Like saying you're going, with a rise?
Exactly. A flat or falling tone is a statement. You're going is different from a question.
Can incorrect intonation cause confusion?
Absolutely. You might sound angry when you're actually asking a question politely.
So it affects the mood of the conversation.
Yes, it conveys emotion and intent. Practicing these patterns improves communication.
This seems like a higher level of nuance.
It is, but it's essential for natural speech. Pay attention to native speakers' rhythms.
Beyond individual sounds, we have intonation. How do regional accents challenge understanding?
Regional accents add another layer. Different areas pronounce words differently.
So someone from Texas might sound different?
Yes, compared to someone from New York. Or someone from London versus Scotland.
Are there specific examples of this?
Consider the word water. Americans often say water with a soft T. Brits might pronounce a harder T, water.
That's a noticeable sound difference.
Or there are sound. Some accents drop it. Especially at the end of words like car.
So car becomes you car for some?
Yes, in non-rhotic accents like British English. American English is generally rhotic, pronouncing the R.
Can this lead to misunderstandings in practice?
Absolutely. A word could be unfamiliar. Simply due to a different accent.
Even if the person knows the word?
Yes, their brain might struggle to process it. Exposure helps adapt to various accents.
So listening to diverse English speakers is key.
Definitely. Watch international films. Listen to podcasts from different regions.
It broadens your auditory comprehension.
It makes you a more versatile listener.
We're exploring accent challenges now. Let's talk about the classic beach versus bitch mix-up.
The infamous beach versus bitch example. It's one of the most common mistakes.
What makes this pair so difficult?
It's the short I sound versus the long ee. Many learners struggle to differentiate them.
So are BECH versus BITCH?
Exactly. One is a lovely sandy place. The other is a very rude word.
The context must be incredibly awkward.
It often leads to truly hilarious stories. Or very embarrassing public situations.
Can you describe a hypothetical scenario?
Someone might say, "Let's go to the bitch," instead of, "Let's go to the beach."
I can only imagine the reactions to that.
It causes shock and sometimes laughter. But mainly confusion for listeners.
So, clear vowel pronunciation is vital here.
Absolutely. Over-articulate the ee sound. Ensure it is long and clear.
This is a perfect example of minimal pairs.
It highlights the power of one tiny sound. Practice this pair to avoid future blunders.
Another embarrassing trap is sheet versus shit. Is it similar to beach versus bitch?
Yes, it's the exact same vowel confusion. The long ee versus the short I sound.
So was she it versus or it?
Exactly. One is a piece of paper or bedding. The other is a vulgar expletive.
The potential for awkwardness is high.
Extremely high. This happens constantly. Especially in hotel or office settings.
Like asking for new shits for the bed?
Precisely. Or asking for a shit of paper. It immediately creates a very uncomfortable moment.
How can learners prevent this error?
Consciously elongate the ee sound. Make it noticeably longer and clearer.
And practice distinguishing the two sounds?
Yes, consistent practice is vital. Listen carefully to native speakers.
So these vowel distinctions are paramount.
They are fundamental for clear communication. And for avoiding major social gaffes.
It's all about precision in pronunciation.
It helps you convey your intended meaning.
We've talked about common pronunciation traps. Can tongue twisters help with these sounds?
Tongue twisters are excellent for practice. They challenge your mouth muscles directly.
How do they specifically help pronunciation?
They force you to articulate quickly. And to focus on specific, tricky sounds.
Can you give an example of a good one?
She sells seashells by the seashore. This targets the S and sh sounds.
That sounds like a great exercise.
It makes you aware of your tongue placement. And how your mouth forms these sounds.
What about one for different consonant blends?
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. This helps with P and K sounds.
That's a fun way to practice.
Another 4th could be 33 free throws. It really emphasizes that difficult sound.
So they are not just for kids?
Not at all. They're for anyone learning. They improve fluidity and accuracy.
It sounds like a fun and effective method.
They add an element of playful learning. And build confidence in tricky areas.
After all these challenges, what's the first tip? Should we always listen for context?
Yes, always listen for context clues. It's your first line of defense against errors.
How does context help clarify meaning?
If someone says let's go to the beach, and you're near the ocean, assume beach.
Even if their pronunciation isn't perfect?
Exactly. The situation provides clues. It helps you interpret what they mean.
What if the context is ambiguous, though?
Then it's okay to politely ask for clarification. Say, did you mean beach or bitch?
That might still feel a bit awkward.
Better to clarify than misunderstand completely. Most people appreciate the effort to understand.
So, don't just guess what they mean.
No, guessing can lead to bigger problems. Use context, then ask if unsure.
This prevents many potential misunderstandings.
It shows you are an active listener. And helps you learn from their speech.
Beyond context, what's another actionable tip? Should we practice difficult sounds regularly?
Absolutely, targeted practice is key. Identify your personal tricky sounds.
Like the th sound we discussed earlier?
Yes, or the V and W distinctions. Focus on sounds that consistently challenge you.
How should someone practice these sounds?
Use online pronunciation guides. Many offer audio examples and exercises.
Are minimal pairs good for this type of practice?
Yes, drilling minimal pairs is very effective. They really highlight the distinctions.
So like sheep vs ship or live vs leave.
Precisely. Repeat them until they feel natural. Pay attention to your mouth and tongue position.
Should I practice alone or with others?
Start alone, then practice with a partner. Getting feedback from others is invaluable.
So consistent, focused practice helps a lot.
It builds muscle memory for your mouth. And improves your overall clarity significantly.
Another great tip for practicing difficult sounds. What about recording yourself speaking?
Recording yourself is a fantastic tool. It provides immediate self-assessment.
How does listening to your own voice help?
You can hear what native speakers hear. You notice errors you might otherwise miss.
So it's like being your own pronunciation coach?
Exactly. You become more aware. You identify areas needing improvement clearly.
What specifically should I listen for?
Listen for vowel length and consonant clarity. Check your stress and intonation patterns.
Should I compare it to native speakers?
Yes, record a sentence, then listen to a native. Then try to mimic their pronunciation exactly.
That sounds like a very effective technique.
It speeds up your progress immensely. It builds self-correction skills too.
So, regular self-recording is a good habit.
It empowers you to take charge of learning. It's a powerful way to boost confidence.
We've learned many practical strategies. How important is embracing the humor in all this?
Embracing the humor is absolutely essential. Mistakes are inevitable, especially in language.
So we shouldn't feel embarrassed then?
Not at all. Laughter lightens the mood. It reduces the pressure of learning.
How does humor help in the learning process?
Funny situations are memorable. You often remember the correct word better.
Because of the strong emotional connection?
Precisely. The anecdote sticks with you. It makes the lesson unforgettable.
So, viewing mistakes as funny learning chances?
Yes, a positive attitude is powerful. It encourages you to keep trying.
It builds resilience in language learning.
It prevents discouragement from taking over. And helps you connect with native speakers.
They might share their own funny stories too.
Exactly, it creates shared experiences. It builds genuine human connections.
So, laugh often and learn from every slip-up.
That's the best approach for mastering English. Enjoy the journey, even the funny parts.
Thank you for these wonderful tips.
You're very welcome. Keep practicing. And don't be afraid to make mistakes.
We will definitely keep trying our best.
We covered so much in this episode.
It was full of great insights.
Remember the minimal pairs and silent letters.
And the power of stress and intonation.
Next time, we'll dive into confusing grammar. Join us for more English Pronounce Pro.
See you in the next episode then.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Keep learning and laughing.
Will do.
Practice makes perfect.
I'll remember that.
Great.
This was fun.
Indeed.
Bye.
See you.
Keep those tips coming.
Always.
Excellent.
Thanks.
Learned a lot.
My pleasure.
Awesome.
Take care.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great session.
Agreed.
Stay tuned.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
Bye for now.
Ciao.
CYA.
Later.
Adios.
So many good points.
Hope they help.
They will.
Great to hear.
Thanks again.
Anytime.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
You too.
Amazing content.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Very much.
See you soon.
Looking forward to it.
Me too.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Fantastic work.
Thank you.
That was a fantastic dive into pronunciation blunders.
Indeed, some really tricky sounds there.
Now, let's shift gears a bit.
Right, from sounds to words themselves.
Word choice can be just as confusing.
Absolutely, especially with similar sounding words.
Let's talk about homophones first.
They are definitely tricky for many English learners.
Words that sound exactly alike.
but have completely different spellings and meanings.
It's like a linguistic trap.
Your ear hears one thing,
But your brain expects another.
and the written word is often unexpected.
Why are they so challenging?
Because our brains naturally link sound to meaning.
And these words break that link.
They force you to rely on surrounding words.
Context becomes vital then.
Precisely, without context, it's a guess.
So, the sound isn't enough.
You need the full sentence.
It adds a layer of complexity.
That beginners often underestimate.
It's not just about hearing.
It's about understanding the situation.
And choosing the correct word.
It requires careful thought.
So, beyond just sounding alike,
Their distinct meanings create the real challenge.
it's not just a pronunciation issue.
It's a semantic one.
A classic homophone pair is dear versus dear.
Oh, that one causes many funny mix-ups.
Someone might talk about seeing a beautiful deer.
And a listener thinks of a loved one.
Like, my dear, what a lovely thought.
Instead of the majestic forest animal.
The images are so different.
But the sound is identical.
Imagine a person writing a letter.
Starting it with Dear John.
But accidentally writing Dear John.
John might wonder about the unusual greeting.
Is he being called an animal?
Or is it a playful mistake?
It immediately changes the tone.
From affectionate to potentially confusing.
How does one avoid this specific blunder?
Focusing on the context is critical.
If you're in the woods, it's probably deer.
If you're addressing someone, it's dear.
But what if the context is ambiguous?
That's when you might have to pause.
And think about the likely intent.
Or ask for more information.
It requires active listening.
And careful word selection in writing.
So, don't just go by sound.
Consider the full picture.
Moving from dears and dear to another pair.
Here and here are equally problematic.
Definitely, I hear that all the time.
Pun intended, I assume.
Of course. It highlights the issue.
Someone might say, "Can you hear me here?"
And it sounds normal.
But if they wrote, "Can you hear me here?"
That would be a grammatical nightmare.
Exactly, the written form exposes the error.
Imagine asking, is he here?
Instead of "Is he here?" It makes no sense.
It changes a location question.
Into something completely nonsensical.
Are there any subtle pronunciation differences?
Not really, they are true homophones.
So, no auditory clues?
You must rely on surrounding words.
If you are talking about sound perception,
Then you use har.
If it's about a location,
Then it's here.
it's a simple rule, but often forgotten.
Under pressure or in fast conversation.
So, context is king again.
Always, for these word pairs.
Beyond words that sound alike, some just look alike.
Like affect and effect or then and then.
These pairs confuse even native speakers sometimes.
They have similar spellings.
And sometimes related meanings.
But their grammatical roles differ significantly.
Take affect and effect.
One is usually a verb, the other a noun.
Affect is generally the verb, to influence.
Effect is usually the noun, the result.
So, the weather affects my mood.
And the effect of the weather is my mood.
It's a subtle but important distinction.
Getting them wrong can sound a bit off.
Or even change the intended meaning.
Especially in formal writing.
How can learners keep them straight?
A good trick is to remember Raven.
Raven?
R is for result, effect, A is for action, effect.
That's a clever mnemonic.
It helps reinforce their primary uses.
But are there exceptions?
Yes, effect can be a verb meaning to bring about.
And affect can be a noun, meaning emotion.
But those are less common uses.
So focus on the main roles first.
Verb for effect, noun for effect.
It requires careful attention to grammar.
And their respective parts of speech.
From look-alike words, let's move to false cognates.
Words that appear similar but mean completely different things.
Especially across different languages.
They often trick learners based on their native tongue.
Like the Spanish libreria.
Many English speakers think it means library.
But it actually means bookstore.
A very common and humorous error.
Someone might ask where the nearest libreria is.
Hoping to borrow a book.
But they end up at a shop to buy one.
Or vice versa, seeking to buy at a library.
It leads to funny confusion.
And an unfulfilled goal.
Another example is the French actualment.
It sounds like actually in English.
But it means currently or at the moment.
So saying actually, I'm busy.
Could be interpreted differently than intended.
It's a direct translation trap.
How do learners navigate these cross-language pitfalls?
Awareness is the first step.
Recognizing that a word's appearance can deceive.
And actively checking meanings when unsure.
Especially with words similar to their native language.
Never assume, always verify.
It prevents many awkward moments.
And ensures your message is clear.
So, don't trust your instincts with cognates.
Double-check those seemingly familiar words.
Speaking of non-literal meanings, let's talk about idioms.
Phrases where the whole means something different.
Completely different from the individual words.
They are a huge hurdle for English learners.
Like trying to understand a secret code
that everybody else just seems to know.
Why are idioms so hard to grasp?
Because they defy logical, word-for-word translation.
They are culturally embedded.
And often have historical origins.
So, literal interpretation just won't work.
No, it leads to hilarious and sometimes awkward moments.
Is there any internal logic to them?
Very little, unfortunately.
It's almost like learning a new vocabulary.
But in multi-word chunks.
They're not governed by grammar rules.
But by common usage and convention.
So, memorization is key?
And exposure, lots of exposure.
They are a unique aspect of language mastery.
And a source of constant challenge.
One classic idiom that causes panic is break a leg.
Oh, that's a perfect example of literal misunderstanding.
Imagine telling a performer to break a leg.
And they look absolutely horrified.
Thinking you're wishing them harm.
Instead of good luck before a show.
It's such a strong visual image.
A broken leg, painful and debilitating.
Far from the encouraging sentiment
that it's actually meant to convey.
Why that specific phrase though?
The origin is somewhat debated.
Some say it relates to bowing,
bending a leg, or perhaps to superstitions.
Where wishing bad luck brings good luck.
But the literal meaning is scary.
So, a beginner hears it.
And immediately thinks of physical injury.
It's a great example of an idiom's opacity.
Without knowing the cultural context.
You simply cannot guess the meaning.
It highlights the need for direct instruction.
Don't take phrases like this literally.
Always consider the broader situation.
Another idiom that leads to funny literal thinking is spill the beans.
Yes, that's another good one.
Someone hears spill the beans.
And might look around for a bag of legumes.
Perhaps even physically looking for beans to spill.
Instead of understanding, it means to reveal a secret.
The image of someone clumsily spilling beans.
It's quite vivid and amusing.
But far from the actual intention.
Which is sharing confidential information.
How does one recognize it's an idiom?
Often, the words don't make sense together.
If someone asks you to spill the beans.
And there are no actual beans present.
That's a strong clue.
The situation doesn't match the literal words.
So, look for the disconnect.
Between the words and the reality.
If it sounds absurd, it's probably an idiom.
Then you know to seek a non-literal meaning.
So, when you hear something unusual,
don't immediately take it literally.
Beyond idioms, sometimes slang goes wrong.
Oh, using informal language inappropriately can be awkward.
Like saying "What's up, boss?" to a CEO.
In a formal business meeting.
It completely misjudges the situation.
And the relationship dynamics.
Slang is highly contextual.
And often very specific to age groups or regions.
Using outdated slang can also be funny.
Like trying to sound cool with expressions from decades ago.
Imagine a teenager saying groovy.
Or telling their friends that's the bee's knees.
It would elicit chuckles or blank stares.
Because slang evolves so rapidly.
How does one keep up with slang?
It's really through immersion.
Listening to native speakers.
Watching current media, observing interactions.
It's hard to learn from a book.
Because books get outdated quickly.
So, being mindful of your audience is key.
And knowing when to be casual and when not to.
It really is about social appropriateness.
More than just word meaning.
This leads us to the broader issue of formality.
Understanding the right level of speech for each situation.
Using overly casual language in formal contexts.
Or being too formal in a relaxed setting.
It creates a clash of communication styles.
For instance, using gonna or wanna in an academic paper.
That would be considered highly unprofessional.
Even though it's common in spoken English.
Or using whom'd in a very casual chat.
It might sound overly stiff or even sarcastic.
The register mismatch can be distracting.
And can make the speaker seem out of touch.
Is it always obvious which level of formality is needed?
Not always, especially for learners.
You need to observe the environment.
And the other speaker's language choices.
It's about tailoring your speech.
To suit the audience and purpose.
So, pay attention to the setting.
And adjust your language accordingly.
Even tiny words like prepositions cause big problems.
Oh, on, in, at are notorious traps.
They seem so small.
But their specific usage is incredibly nuanced.
Like saying I'm in the bus.
Instead of I'm on the bus.
Or I live on New York.
When it should be I live in New York.
The rules for spatial and temporal prepositions.
They are very specific and often illogical.
You're at the park, but in the garden.
You're on time, but in a hurry.
It's a minefield of exceptions.
and specific collocations.
Are there any clear rules to follow?
Some general guidelines exist,
But many are just idiomatic expressions.
which means they have to be learned individually.
So, it's often rote memorization.
An extensive exposure to correct usage.
It definitely takes practice.
And careful attention to how natives use them.
Don't underestimate these small words.
They carry a lot of meaning and nuance.
Beyond small words, some single words have many meanings.
Polysemous words, like bank or light.
Bank can be a financial institution.
Or the side of a river.
Someone might say, I'm going to the bank.
And you have no idea which bank they mean.
Are they going to deposit money?
Or for a leisurely stroll by the river.
The meaning completely shifts.
Depending on the context provided.
Another good one is a light.
It can mean not heavy, as in a light bag.
Or illumination, as in turning on the light.
It can also be a color, like light blue.
So many possibilities for one word.
Leading to potential confusion.
How do you know which meaning is intended?
You absolutely must rely on the surrounding words.
And the overall topic of conversation.
If they are carrying a heavy suitcase.
And say the bag is light now.
You infer the not heavy meaning.
If they are walking into a dark room.
And say, can you turn on the light?
You infer illumination.
Context is paramount for these words.
Don't just hear the word in isolation.
Always consider its companions.
As we've seen with all these examples, context is always vital.
It truly is the bedrock of understanding.
Context resolves almost all ambiguity.
Whether it's homophones, idioms, or polysemous words.
The surrounding words provide the clues.
They paint the full picture of meaning.
Without context, words are just sounds.
Or symbols on a page, without true essence.
What if the context itself is unclear?
That's when you have to seek more information.
Ask follow-up questions.
Or rephrase what you understood.
It's an active process of meaning-making. We've previously discussed pronunciation and tricky vocabulary.
Yes, those phonetic fumbles and word choices.
Today, our focus shifts to grammar.
And also those tricky cultural context issues.
Exactly, moving beyond just individual words.
It's about how words connect.
How does structure create confusion?
Improper structure can completely derail meaning.
These are often subtle but serious.
Leading to genuinely funny, yet challenging, situations.
Shifting gears, let's explore verb tense.
Incorrect tense can truly mess with time.
How does that confusion manifest?
Imagine someone says / I went there tomorrow. /
That instantly sounds illogical.
It creates a temporal paradox in the listener's mind.
So, actions become misplaced in time.
Yes, past actions happen in the future.
Or future plans are described as completed.
/ I will call him yesterday / is a common one.
The listener. The listener certainly has a lot to process.
Indeed, especially with complex grammar we discussed.
And the cultural differences, too.
They add layers to any conversation.
Misunderstandings arise from many places.
We've covered tricky grammar and cultural nuances.
But real-life stories make it so vivid.
Absolutely, they truly bring the topic to life.
What are some funny listener stories?
Our community has shared amazing anecdotes.
Like what particular situation happened?
One listener asked for a restroom in England.
And what was the funny misunderstanding?
They were directed to a place to take a nap.
Oh, they meant a rest stops perhaps?
Exactly, but the local thought rest meant sleep.
That sounds truly confusing for both.
Another asked for chips in America.
What did they actually receive there?
They got potato crisps, not French fries.
Regional vocabulary is tricky, isn't it?
It highlights how context changes everything.
Do these stories help others learn?
Yes, they show common pitfalls clearly.
Sharing them normalizes these situations.
It builds a sense of shared experience.
Are personal stories equally impactful?
My own embarrassing moments certainly are.
Please share one of your own mishaps.
I once confused dessert with desert.
How did that particular situation unfold?
I told someone I only eat desert once a week.
They must have looked quite confused.
They thought I meant the sandy landscape.
Did you laugh about it afterwards?
Eventually, yes, but I was mortified then.
What was another personal funny mistake?
I mispronounced receipt as recite.
And what was the result of that?
The cashier handed me a pair of glasses.
That's a very creative interpretation.
It was a truly unexpected response.
So, sharing these stories is hard?
It can be, but it's very liberating.
It makes learning feel more accessible.
It really shows that everyone makes errors.
Mistakes are essential parts of language.
Indeed, they are invaluable learning tools.
How do mistakes aid language acquisition?
They highlight areas needing improvement.
So, they're like diagnostic tests.
Precisely, showing where focus is needed.
Does reflecting on them prevent repetition?
Often, yes, thoughtful reflection helps.
Do errors improve memory retention?
Studies suggest errors can solidify learning.
Why are some people afraid of making them?
Fear of judgment or looking unintelligent.
But it is a natural part of growth.
Language acquisition is always iterative.
Are all mistakes equally beneficial?
Repeated, unaddressed errors are not.
So, analysis is crucial after an error?
Yes, understanding the why is key.
They are markers of actual progress.
Embrace them as steps forward.
When mistakes happen, how do we smooth things?
The power of a simple apology is immense.
How can an apology help bridge gaps?
It acknowledges the misunderstanding gracefully.
Does it reduce any tension quickly?
Yes, it often diffuses awkwardness fast.
What makes an apology truly effective?
Sincerity and brevity are very important.
Should it explain the misunderstanding?
Briefly, yes, to provide clear context.
Is "sorry, I miscommunicated" enough?
Often, that phrase works wonderfully well.
What if the misunderstanding was major?
A more detailed apology might be needed.
So, adjust to the situation's severity?
Exactly, always match the apology's depth.
Does it make speakers more approachable?
Yes, it shows humility and respect.
It's a valuable social lubricant then.
It certainly helps maintain rapport.
After an apology, how to prevent future issues?
Clarifying questions help immensely.
What are good phrases for asking for clarity?
Could you rephrase that, please, is useful.
Or did I understand correctly?
Yes, that confirms your interpretation.
Are there other polite clarifying phrases?
Could you explain that another way? Works.
Why is it important to ask immediately?
To prevent deeper misunderstandings later.
Does it make the other person feel heard?
It shows you are actively engaged.
Are people reluctant to ask for clarity?
Sometimes, fearing they'll seem rude.
But it actually improves communication.
It fosters more effective dialogue.
It empowers the listener to seek understanding.
It takes courage but is truly beneficial.
Beyond asking, how else can we confirm?
Repeating back for clarity is powerful.
How does that technique actually work?
You paraphrase what you heard them say.
Like, "So, you mean X, right?"
Precisely, that confirms your understanding.
Or, "Let me confirm, you want Y."
Yes, it provides an opportunity to correct.
Does this catch misunderstandings early?
Absolutely, before misinterpretations grow.
Is it useful in formal conversations?
Especially in business or academic settings.
Does repeating back feel awkward at first?
It can, but people appreciate the effort.
It shows respect for their message.
It ensures both parties are on the same page.
This builds mutual understanding efficiently.
It prevents errors proactively.
Beyond words, what else aids understanding?
Nonverbal cues assist significantly.
What kind of nonverbal cues are important?
Facial expressions, gestures, and body language.
How do they contribute to clarity?
They provide context to spoken words.
A shrug can mean I don't know, right?
Yes, and nodding confirms agreement.
Can nonverbals contradict verbal messages?
Often, and that creates confusion.
So, align your nonverbal communication.
It makes your message more consistent.
Are cultural nonverbals always universal?
No, they can vary greatly by region.
So, observe local customs carefully.
It adds another layer of communication skill.
But they certainly add clarity in general.
They complete the communication picture.
All these techniques require shared commitment.
Patience from everyone is truly essential.
Why is listener patience so crucial?
Language learners speak at different paces.
And speaker patience, why is it key?
Allowing time for questions is important.
Does it create a more relaxed environment?
Yes, it reduces performance pressure.
How can we actively cultivate patience?
Remember, everyone learns at their own speed.
Is patience always easy for people?
No, busy lives can make it challenging.
But the payoff is much clearer talk.
It prevents frustration for all involved.
Mutual effort leads to better outcomes.
It's a foundational communication principle.
Patience helps speakers gain self-assurance.
Building confident speaking is a gradual process.
What holds people back from speaking?
Fear of making mistakes is a common hurdle.
How can one overcome this initial fear?
Start with small conversations daily.
And then gradually increase complexity?
Exactly, slowly expand your comfort zone.
Does focusing on fluency over perfection help?
Yes, aim for communication, not flawlessness.
What if fear of errors persists stubbornly?
Practice in a supportive environment.
Like with understanding friends or tutors?
Yes, they provide encouragement and feedback.
Does celebrating small successes build courage?
Definitely, acknowledging progress boosts morale.
Confidence grows with consistent effort.
It is a muscle that strengthens with use.
Recognizing the learning curve is so vital.
Embrace the learning curve fully.
Why do people often get discouraged?
They expect instant fluency, which is unrealistic.
Language acquisition is a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly, it involves continuous growth.
How can we maintain motivation long term?
Focus on small, achievable goals regularly.
And track your progress visually perhaps?
Yes, seeing growth is incredibly motivating.
Are setbacks a normal part of the curve?
Absolutely, they provide feedback points.
So, don't view them as failures then.
View them as temporary detours to learning.
The journey itself is the reward sometimes.
Enjoy the process of linguistic development.
Acknowledging progress helps combat discouragement.
Celebrate small wins consistently.
What constitutes a small win in English?
A successful sentence, or being understood.
Or even asking a clarifying question, right?
Yes, any positive communicative act.
Does acknowledging these fuel further effort?
Absolutely, positive reinforcement is powerful.
Should we journal these small victories?
That's an excellent way to track progress.
Does it make the learning process feel lighter?
It shifts focus to achievements, not deficits.
What if you feel you're not progressing?
Look back at where you started initially.
Often, there's more growth than you realize.
These wins reinforce your learning journey.
They really motivate you to keep going.
It's a wonderful self-sustaining cycle.
Small wins encourage consistent practice.
Practice speaking daily is truly essential.
How can one integrate English daily?
Speak to yourself, or narrate your day.
Even describing simple objects can help?
Yes, just forming sentences out loud.
How important is daily consistency?
It builds muscle memory for language.
What if finding speaking partners is difficult?
Online communities offer many opportunities.
Are there specific apps for daily practice?
Many language exchange apps exist now.
Does consistency matter more than duration?
Yes, short daily bursts are very effective.
Even 15 minutes makes a difference.
Regular engagement is the real key.
It reinforces learning patterns effectively.
Daily practice drives fluency forward.
If solo practice feels limiting, then what?
Join conversation groups for interaction.
What are the benefits of group settings?
You get diverse accents and viewpoints.
And immediate feedback on your speech?
Yes, from peers and often facilitators.
How can one find the right group?
Look for local meetups or online forums.
Are there specific types of groups?
Some focus on specific topics, others general.
Does it help build networking skills too?
Yes, it combines language and social growth.
What if you're shy in a group setting?
Start by listening, then contribute gradually.
It is a supportive learning environment.
Community learning can be incredibly powerful.
The core message remains consistent.
Don't fear errors, they are part of the journey.
Errors are data points, not personal failures.
Absolutely, they guide your improvement path.
How do we truly internalize this mindset?
Reframe mistakes as valuable feedback.
And celebrate the effort, not just perfection?
Yes, consistent effort is what matters most.
Does this shift reduce overall anxiety?
It definitely creates a more relaxed approach.
So, embrace the imperfections in learning.
They are proof you are pushing your boundaries.
It's a liberating view for language learners.
Errors are signs of active engagement.
This journey is about continuous improvement.
Believe in your progress every single day.
What final encouragement do you offer?
Every word you learn builds mastery.
And every attempt strengthens your resolve?
Yes, consistency outshines raw talent often.
So, keep speaking, keep trying always.
Your efforts are truly paying off.
The potential for mastery is within reach.
Stay curious, stay engaged with English.
You've got this language journey covered.
We believe in every one of you.
That's a very uplifting final thought.
Keep pushing forward with confidence.
Thank you for the wonderful advice today.
It's our pleasure to share this journey.
For more tips, what should viewers do?
Subscribe to English Pronounce Pro.
And definitely like this video, right?
Yes, and leave your funny stories below.
What future content can they expect?
More pronunciation guides and slang lessons.
And share this with a fellow learner.
Help others embrace their English journey.
Join our growing community today.
Your input helps us create more content.
So, hit that notification bell too.
Stay updated with our latest videos.
We love hearing from all of you.
Thanks for watching, and see you soon.